In just 2 days, I'll show you how to unlock the most advanced AI-built content creation tools without having to pay cent. And with these tools, you'll learn how to create scroll-stopping videos that rack up millions of views, craft wildly profitable online ads that blow up your brand, and turn any creative idea into a powerful short film that looks like it belongs on a Hollywood screen. But it's not just AI filmmaking you make up money. With AI, you can create any image or graphic you can imagine. You can create full-blown viral YouTube thumbnails in seconds. Your website, your emails, your infographics, your entire business can be built with AI. People are using AI to build full content calendars in seconds. AI can come up with countless viral ideas. It can even script and storyboard their content all up with your voice. You just need to know the right tools and how to use them. The good news for you, the AI creator will teach you all of this in so much. It costs less than a generative program, but like so many of our students tell us, it will be okay. Now, before I show you exactly what you'll learn in this course, I want to ease your mind with details. Number one, this course was designed to help you avoid paying expensive subscriptions for AI tools. We show you the secret ways to access the most popular tools without having to sign up for monthly or yearly plans. Right away, this is going to save you tons of money. Number two, this course is perfect for complete AI beginners and seasoned AI veterans. We have a beginner's crash course that gets you up to speed super fast, and then advanced sections that meet pros who use AI every day completely speechless. Number three, this course is the only AI course that sees weekly content updates to ensure that you are staying on top of all the rapidly changing AI technology. Many of our students say this is their favorite aspect of the program. And finally, number four, this course has a no questions asked policy. The only reason we've been able to enroll over 200,000 students at ContentCo.com don't feel it can help you get your money back. Okay, let me walk you through everything we're learning in this program. Up first, we have AI training. With AI, you can create practically any video you can. The challenge most people face is knowing the AI tools to choose from. One tool might be great for animated characters, another is great for visual effects, and one is great with character.
About 20 years ago, Tony Robbins taught Hugh Jackman how to reach the pinnacle of his career. He helped him win a Golden Globe and receive his first Oscar nomination. According to Tony, he didn't do it for motivation, and motivation is almost never enough to make a lasting change in someone's career trajectory. He actually used a method he invented called neuro-associative conditioning. Tony?
Alright guys, so we are finally back on the channel after a month of not posting anything, man, absolutely nothing. Yeah, bro, I just really took like a little bit of a break from the channel. You know, both of my channels. I got two channels. You know, I got an ASMR channel and I got the vlog channel. I was kind of just taking a little bit of a break, but now I've been kind of getting that itch to come back to YouTube, bro. I've been feeling like, yeah, it's been too long. It's been too long time to crank it back up. I've been seeing you guys comment saying I should come back. I should like, you know, bring the video back. It's, you know, you guys comment, bro. Really means a lot. It really means a lot, bro. So thank you guys for still supporting. Hopefully, I still got you guys on the channel still watching. But today we're actually going a yacht party. This is actually Zoom to Thailand yacht party. If you guys don't know Zoom to Thailand is a YouTuber here in Thailand. And he's actually one of the reasons I actually came here in the first place. I go watch his channel. that car and tell it.
This grown, this grown-ass woman, this is what she looked like, by the way. Absolutely beautiful and stunning. And I have no idea what happened to her that resulted her into looking like a toddler.
Feels like watching karate.
It's so freaking weird.
Like, so who sees that and be like, yeah, I'm trying to fall? Who sees that and be like, yeah, no, I like that? Extreme infantilization. Something's wrong with China. Video by Miss Wee Wee. Oh, what is it? Miss Wee Wee. All right.
Yes, this is a full-grown adult, by the way. This is a full-grown adult woman
What you trying to tell me?
in her 20s.
You know,
We've all seen it. Take Nick and Carrie, for example.
Nikki Carey. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Bro, imagine doing this shit with your girl, bro. Imagine doing some shit like this with your girl. What the fuck?
There's so much nothing to believe. Like,
Our global economy is on the brink of collapse.
I can't fix that, but I can fix it.
I'm losing my skin. I'm afraid
You're getting the final product. You know that you're getting the final that you imagined.
my that
You get to start the next chapter of your life within 24 hours. Having our team definitely see this is where all our time and effort goes. Emotionally, it's rewarding, and for me to be actually I love after meeting in the house, there's nothing like that.
What do you think? I mean, you still look kind of old for a 6-year-old, but still.
on one side of the world, we have children wanting to learn to write adults. On the other side, we have adults wanting to look like infants. Infantilization means treating an adult or a child as if they are less capable, less talented, or in need of control and protection. And infantilization can also be a sign or tactic of emotional abuse, especially
They know what you're doing. That's why they feel it's like, I'm going to act like a child. Like a child with their head. They don't understand it.
in close relationships or control desires. It happens in personal relationships, workplaces, or society as a whole. And it's up to the victims more than not, the victims will start to do it to themselves. But with that being said, infantilization might not always be intentional with malicious intent. However, it is still very harmful, especially when the person being infantilized is an adult. And if you think what we saw in the beginning was unsettling, just wait for today's episode. When you see really disturbing and unsettling posts, sometimes the more disturbing thing is that you don't see any negative comments. Not in the sense of like bullying or harassment, not like that. I mean like no one is saying, hey, this is not right. No one is saying,
Hey, what's going on?
I was just scrolling and I saw a post. And so
I mean, right and wrong is subjective, but this shit is weird as fuck, no doubt.
I looked further into it and then I saw more posts. But basically I saw this post.
Right. Now, if I see the picture of this, I would think, okay, here we have what appears to be a 15, maybe a
14-year-old girl, right? Okay, how old is she?
At first glance, you'd be like, what is a 10-year-old doing wearing makeup? She's a grown adult. She's a grown legal adult posting photos, being seductive and sexual and posing as a kid. And out of every single one of her posts, I only saw 2 comments saying something like, this is not right. Everything else is just emojis, it's support, it's creepy men saying things that I don't ever want to see again. It's freaking weird. This is not cute. This is not trendy. It's really freaking weird. And she is.
It's thirst-trapping PDF files. We know what it is.
It's not the only one. There's this woman. She is definitely not a kid either.
Wow.
She's already an adult and attending university. Something is not right here. These women in their 20s are all acting and posing like they are infants. It's really concerning.
Right. How are they making their face look like that? Is it a filter, or are they doing some kind of surgery? Because they really do look like kids, like children in the face to a degree. There's got to be a filter. Yeah, and it's more than the aesthetic. It's more than them wanting to look like a child, which is already very fucking weird. But they're also acting like children. I think they're doing it consciously on purpose as adults. What is going on in China?
This is a mental illness. Let's not sugarcoat around it, because the more we coddle this type of behavior, the more that it's going to suck for her, the more it's going to harm her. Let's pull it out for what it is. It's mental illness, most likely done by her parents or by her partner, that's resulted in a full-grown adult that's going to university to behave like a literal baby. She's acting like a newborn with baby noises, with literally baby music, baby mannerisms. This is genuinely sick. And there are people complimenting her in her comment section, saying how adorable she is, how cute she is. This is disgusting. This is the one thing that I hate about Red Note, the app itself. It's absolutely shameless. It's literally festering with mental illness. It's sick. It's sick. And by the way, if you're a guy and you're dating girls like this, you are disgusting. I'm sorry. It's just straight up mental sickness.
Yeah, no, I definitely, if I pulled up with one of my boys and he had his girl and she's going, I was playing with a fucking rapper, I would be like, oh, you a whole full-blown weirdo. I cannot fuck with you. This is, what is going on here?
And if you're a guy that's dating a girl like this, you're just as sick. Like, you guys are sick. You both know something happened in your childhood, and it's time to stop hiding from it. It's time to stop facing your fears and get help. This is actually worrying. Asian women are often pressured to play the role of the submissive, dependent, cute girl, even as adults, and sexualized for looking youthful and being gentle and obedient. Infantilization isn't just a social issue.
It's a fucking filter, bro. Oh my god. This is what they got going on over here. This is what they got going. Nah, man.
Shapes how Asian women navigate work, relationships, and even their own identity, and men often reinforce it, rewarding compliance and punishing independence, making it harder for women to be seen as fully capable adults. However, tide always turns, and people are forever evolving. Society always finds a way to expose certain things and bring certain topics to light to try and make changes. We have to address the elephant in the room to get rid of the elephant in the room. Here's why infantilization is so bad in certain parts of Asia. Confucian gender hierarchies. Much of East and Southeast Asia, China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam, was shaped by Confucian ideology, which emphasizes filial piety and obedience, hierarchies between men and women.
Right.
The idea that women should be gentle, modest, and yield to authority. Within that system, ideal femininity was defined by independence, purity, and youthfulness, traits that align closely with infantilization. Even today, this moral framework lingers in subtle ways. The good woman is still often one who's polite, demure, and non-confrontational. I get it. I get modesty. I get honesty. I think that we have to have a level a healthy level of modesty. I think this is literally perversion. This is not modesty anymore. Children are cute. Why do we have to put on an infant act? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But I do. Like,
And it doesn't even seem like it has anything to do with modesty.
so do get it at the same time. Exhibit C, let's just say Exhibit C. This girl, I did some research on her. She is an influencer, a Chinese influencer, who is in university right now doing her master's degree. Okay, so she would be in her.
Well, what is this, man? Like, it's more than just the content that they're creating, which is already very bizarre and strange. But if she's posting a picture, she looks like she's somewhere doing something. This looks like she just had a thing, and she's still applying this script. And so, they think this shit is beautiful, that it's attractive.
This is her.
Right.
This is her from this year and last year.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna put this in all of the junk. It must be a small minority of their population that's into this shit, but sizable enough that there are all these women that are like hopping on this train.
She would be at least 22 or 23 years old, at least.
Bro, just imagine if this was a thing in America, bro. Just imagine if there were like, this was like women here in America thought this shit was like cute. They thought this shit was sexy. Oh my god.
I get cosplay, I get the whole coquette aesthetic, I get cosplay, but they look like adults.
Right.
They look like
This is a
20-something
whole different thing. This right here, a whole different thing.
year old women cosplay. Like this, for example. And like this, for example.
I don't know that first one. That one was looking suspect, to be real. But here, yeah, she doesn't look like she's trying to be a child. She looks like she's trying to.
You can see these women know that they are burnt.
Thank you for calling the Bombers Helpline. Please listen carefully as I make my options have changed. This is
They'll say true cybersecurity comes with trade-offs, but you're already too small for enterprise.
Burn-ass women. Whereas this is perverted. Something needs to change. This is so off, so weird. One part of Asia is growing up way too fast, and the other part of Asia is emotionally stunted young adults that's probably emotionally abused and hijacked by their parents. There has to
Yeah, let's see what ChatGPT says is the primary cause of this self-infantilization. So I asked ChatGPT, what are the primary suspected causes of self-infantilization? Self-infantilization isn't an official clinical diagnosis, but psychologists and sociologists use the term to describe adults behaving, presenting, or thinking like children in ways that limit autonomy, responsibility, and emotional maturity. The summary says this: overprotective and traumatic upbringing, anxiety, avoidance, and low self-efficacy, attachment issues, cultural reinforcement from childlike personal
No gas, no oil,
relationship
no
dynamics
fun.
that
Here's
reward
one
one
system
success.
that handles this all. If you're looking to upgrade your heating system this fall or winter, then this is
From what I'm
hands
seeing
down
here,
the system you need.
across the board, it's all
These new
digital.
all-electric
Whatever
full-time
is causing
heat
it,
pumps are game
convert it
changers.
back.
They keep your home within freezing temps
But
in
it's
the cool
crazy
summer,
how
and they're up to
being
4
as a
times
child
more efficient than the old friendly. Plus, they're whisper quiet so you'll barely notice they're on. Right now, if you live in Delaware or Maryland, you can get one installed for $0 down, and
You have to be pretty
$30 a month.
just to get by.
Most homeowners qualify for labor on short. So if you want to stay warm, cut your bill, and get the most efficient system out there, click on learn more below. We'll send you some more information.
This one is even worse. Have you seen those trends with little babies? It's like they're literal babies, toddlers, and they have a little camera in front of them. They look so cute. It's like a zoom cam from like a high angle. Anyway, this grown-ass
General
woman,
contractor,
this is what she looks like, by the way. Absolutely beautiful and stunning. And I have No idea what happened to her. That resulted into looking like a toddler.
So, he called Science and Kirk. That was the smart call for you. You got me a settlement? It's after watching the rap. Call Science and Kirk at 1-800-LAWYER. If you have a phone,
It's so freaking weird.
John, is yours.
Like, so who sees that and be like, yeah, I'm trying to force mine? Who sees that and be like, yeah, no, I like that?
Okay, dear, to control women and infantilize
What communism does to women?
is the to keep them mentally stuck and hyper-focused on their appearances. A lot of young women are so unaware of this manipulation and are being
Now that
deeply
they do that in Russia, they do that in the USSR.
This one, an adult
Nah, bro, this is not
dressed like a 9-year-old,
nah, bro.
selling bras. She sells clothes, she sells bras. This is not coquette. This is not Lolita. Like, it is, but it's not. Lolita, however, in Japan is a little different. Lolita fashion actually originated in Japan. It's actually an act of rebellion against sexualization. In the 1970s to 1990s, Japanese women were expected to fit into these types of two boxes. The cute and obedient honest lady or the sexy and available idol. Lolita fashion flipped that script completely. The clothes are ultra feminine yet modest, high collars, long skirts, petticoats, lace. There's nothing revealing about them. By covering up entirely, women were replacing
This is the Japanese trans one. This thing, okay. All right, a little different from what we got over here.
femininity on their own terms, saying, I don't get to define my body or so while the look appears childlike, it's actually
It seems autistic is what it looks like.
useful to be sexualized or objectified by men. Lolita fashion turns the tool of patriarchy, lays
So you're
ribbons
telling me it's just people walking around looking like this in Japan? You're telling me this is if I went to Japan, they're not going to a convention or no shit like that. They ain't out there wearing a VidCon or nothing. This is just how you go to fucking Walmart. Okay.
rudeness into armor. It's hyper-feminine but self-directed. Women dress for themselves and for other women in the community, not for male attention. Many wearers describe putting on a Lolita dress as putting on strength. It's a way to exist in public as completely themselves without apology or compromise. It's kind of like a paradox. Japanese women kind of
Okay.
flipped it in that sense, and they never intended it to be sexual. Like I said, if you look into it, most people that are actually serious about the aesthetic and they are doing it for genuinely themselves and their community, you actually rarely ever see anything sexual. And the people in the community, I've done my research, I've watched videos, even they admitted themselves that in these kinds of communities, there's always one or two bad eggs, which means these people pervert the aesthetic, twist it, they corrupt the meaning of it, they corrupt the culture, they corrupt the.
I mean, this version, I ain't mad at this one though. You know what I'm saying? It's still pretty bright. There's a lot of colors and shit, but I'm not mad at this version. You know?
In a sense, the true essence of the act.
I don't like the
I can appreciate the beauty of it. At least this I can confidently say is not infantilization. This is just
This is trash.
purely aesthetic, okay? This is not infantilization. This is infantilization.
Like a Cabbage Patch doll.
This is freaking weird. This is whack. This is madness. This is absolute horror. This is an aesthetic.
I would definitely think you wrote the small bus. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Cultural and social conditioning. In some societies, girls are rewarded for being submissive, cute, compliant. Media, family expectations, and peer reinforcement can make childlike behavior socially desirable. Over time, this becomes internal.
This is let's be real for media. Bro, I think that's what this is.
Wise, and women may adopt it even if they could act independently.
Yeah, a little Red Bull needs to go.
These people something that's been taught to them. They are not thinking for themselves, and I want to say it's not 100% their fault. Like I said, it's trauma from childhood, it's the parents, control from men, heavy brainwashing, porn. As long as porn exists and as long as the media keeps pushing out porn and as
Yeah, no. Most
as long as
you was already broken before. Yeah, maybe the cord did something to make it worse or accelerate it or what acid you think. Okay. I would dare say most people who watch cord don't end up going down with full roads.
men keep consuming porn and women keep making porn, as long as this keeps happening, that will always be something that controls the men. That's how they control our men, and that's how they control our women. That's how the patriarchy controls it. Porn controls men.
No, not at all. That's how you go to that conclusion.
And that's the sad reality. Women were raised on fairy tales and Disney, men were raised on porn. And until the day that we turn to God and realize He's out there.
This is like
Sins, and we
how
can.
can it be the patriarchy of women are making the cord voluntarily? So women are, wouldn't that make women in control of men? So men are in control by controlling the women who are then controlling the men. People just are horny. That's the reason for it. People wasn't too much of anything. Extreme versions of anything can be very impactful on a person's psychology. And so I'm not discounting the harmful effects of porn, especially when you're exposed to them very day. I'm just saying, I feel like people try to blame everything on porn. It's like, if you're into this shit, don't blame porn. Probably. I don't think most people consume pornography and finding shit like this appealing, or this idea that you watching a porn, like meaning a trans porn or gay porn and all that. I don't think that's the reality for the grand majority of people. It's like, yeah, the grand majority of people who drink alcohol don't get to a raging alcoholics. That's just what it is. So people just control themselves, and so people have weird desires. A lot of times tied to childhood trauma.
Eradicate these addictions and this type of evil and lust, unfortunately, the modern man will be completely useless. If you watch porn every now and then as a man,
It's worse.
but it's better than being addicted. If a man is addicted to porn, if a woman
What about women? Women watch porn too. The fuck?
actually, if a person is addicted to porn, they are useless as a person. They are 100% anti.
Maybe. So, but hey man, that's what's going on in China. The women, they're trying to look like daughters. They're trying to look like children. It's weird. You would think you'd only see this shit on by like Strange Addiction on TLC, but apparently this is just the vibes. This is just the vibes in China. So very strange. But you let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comment section down below. Did you first see something like this ever spreading to America? But yeah, until next time.
In response to easy, I think said she feels India wanted to do a stuff video, and they took her idea and did it without her. Easy said she thinks India Love didn't respond back to her DMs because early this year, Easy was flirting with BG. And I was even thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe, let me give this bridge. Maybe it's the segment that I'm flirting with BG. I'm gay. Like, no, that's not true. But either way, let's. TMZ claims to make no attempt to start with him.
Inside Russia's hidden black community. Video by Brody. This video has almost 2 million views in a week. And it's a really great video, man. I did not know that the black Russian scene was even a thing, but I guess I should be surprised.
Like, 2,000 subscribers get off from media, like, that's what I'm
One device equals 4. This 4-channel dash cam records front, rear, left, and right views simultaneously in full 360-degree coverage. Even the inside of the car is captured clearly. Comes with a built-in 64GB storage card, ready to use right out of the box. Equipped with infrared night vision, it captures faces and details even in total darkness. Perfect for rideshare drivers, taxi drivers, and family road trips. Loop recording plus collision lock ensure crucial evidence is automatically saved and never overwritten. Easy to install, with adjustable angles. The front camera can be adjusted 90 degrees, and the rear camera up to 270 degrees, suitable for all conditions. Safety protection starts from the very first second on the road.
Icon has the tools pros trust. Wrenches to storage solutions, diagnostic tools, and more. Built to last, backed for life. Pick yours up today. Icon, tool truck quality, unbeatable value. Only at Harbor Freight.
I'll show you 1.5 right now. Speed that TV, play it on the way to Japan. One more game. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? This is text. I did. I wasn't trying to embarrass you. It's not gonna work. I can show you 5 years right now, man. I can show you 5 years right now, man. I can show you 5 ads. I can show you 5 ads. Yes. I can show you 5 ads. What are you talking about? I don't need no you don't talk shit. Shut that up. This PC costs $900 and you can find it at Walmart. I know you might be thinking this thing has got to be a potato, but don't start boiling and mashing and sticking it in the stew just yet because you want this thing cooked in the best way possible. Thanks to Cyberpunk PC and Video Response in this video, we're going to tell you all about our experiences with Gamer Master right here, right now on Road7. Let's get all the parts in the video, but I don't build a PC to be expensive, and there are always things we can finish
platform with components that, out of the box, provide a lot of opportunities for tighter budget. And we know a thing or two about stretching dollars to build. I mean, we built a budget big once, one to over a tech lot. But building a machine doesn't keep really using it as a daily driver. And we're impressed by the experience we had with this PC. So we're going to share some of those discoveries and talk about some of the technologies that help this sub-$1,000 PC punch above its weight class. After we get started, we want to say stay tuned on CyberPower PC and NVIDIA's response to this video over. As we get to know it's better, you can meet Gamer Master Series from CyberPower PC as Unlimited Max for PC. Their focus is to provide as much power as possible for all around $1,000. Now, you'll find models above and below that $1,000 threshold, but never above $1,500. Actually, back to the time of the recording studio, the most expensive Gamer Master desktop we could find was around $1,300. As we mentioned in the intro, this specific model cost around $900 or $899 to be exact, which is great news if you're on the tiger budget. What that gives you is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 GPU, an AMD Ryzen 5 8400F CPU with a fairly basic but CyberPower PC branded cooler. It's got one 16-gig stick RAM, more on that a little bit later, a 1 terabyte PCI Gen 4 NVMe drive, and a 600-watt power supply. It's all wrapped up into a showcase enclosure, which actually includes reverse fans for intake. Overall, not too shabby for the price. And yes, we did try to price out a little Citadel rig, which will actually be able to watch us build in the near future over live. While the parts in our rig creation weren't exactly one-to-one, the pricing was incredibly close, especially if you add the price of the operating system, the cost of actually building it, and the discipline of the performance of the text. But really, the thing we need to see is this. What kind of potential does a PC like this have? Well, let's start with gaming, because that's at the heart of what we're looking at here. I mean, gamer is in the name and series twice. It's a bit of a different approach to this overview, since there are a million different games that you could absolutely test, and I probably started more than that. Now, we landed on 3 different titles that a handful of us over on the Running Tech team have actively been playing lately. Doom the Dark Ages, Diablo 4, and Marvel Rivals. Now, we did this because we know these titles really well, and we know what they're pretty diverse. Minus the whole demon slaying bits, which really does bring people together. You know, they're not only just demon matters. Now, from our experience in testing this game, we looked at this inside what was optimal for our configuration, and then spent time playing this game. Now, if you're hearing 1080p, 1080p grows, remember, according to the Hardware Survey in July 2025, over 54% of gamers are playing 1080p, and it is the dominant resolution in this type. And you know what? Overall, the experience was wildly good. And that was without keeping it in settings, and that was before we even introduced DLSS or multi-frame generation effects. Like data settings do average 81 frames per second in pixel settings on 5. Diablo 4 averaged 98 frames per second in distance sets of far, and visual presets on ray tracing medium. And Marvel Rivals low presets to manipulate Discord players average just below 150 FPS. Keep in mind that these visual settings, with the exception of Rivals, are actually higher than what the engine set them to by default. So there is room for tweaking on either side of the default if you want to play around. Actually, honestly, it's not too shabby. Now, we noticed an improvement when we started adding DLSS to the index. With the same visual settings as our native tests, we put DLSS to its quality mode, and the Dark Ages averaged just shy of 105 frames per second. Diablo 4 averaged 113, and Marvel Rivals averaged just below 164. Again, not too bad, but there's another layer of performance that's available if you really want to take advantage of what NVIDIA's DLSS 4 has to offer. But before we talk about our multi-frame generation experiences, what is DLSS 4 and why should we care about it? There are some tall technical things we really absolutely get lost in, but here are some of the surface level things that help this $900 PC really shine. First off, let's talk about DLSS itself. As the number implies, this is the 4th generation of NVIDIA's deep learning super sampling technology. You'll usually hear DLSS talked about as the blended sort of tough scheme, which is part of the story, and there's a whole lot more going on here. DLSS uses trained AI models to render gameplay at a low resolution, but it bumps it up to your display native resolution. Meanwhile, in the background, the RTX 5060 inside here is evaluating everything happening in the game. The frames, the motion, your action as a player, all to create higher frame rates and better image quality. But there is actually more. DLSS 4's new Transformer Super Resolution model goes on top of this by enhancing detail and motion, smoothing edges, reducing ghosting, and generally offers more stability than the previous model. This model also reduces the VRAM usage with DLSS frame generation and multi-frame generation, which actually talk about some cyberpower PC Game Master is operating far more than 60 FPS critical that you want to see before using Poké first generation. Now the ability to use MSG, here is the performance we saw on June, which jumped to 271 frames per second. Diablo 4 averaged close to 338, and Marvel Rivals averaged just below 393 FPS. And each of these titles give us this four multi-frame generation and generate up to 3 additional frames per traditionally rendered one, and then simulation of the individual pipeline. What we find out first is a gameplay experience that looks and feels like butter. And you know it's going to feel great because it's above at its native resolution at 60 FPS threshold. Now, I know some people have strong opinions about multi-frame generation and each their own, but remember, this is a $900 system. This kind of gaming experience needs to be limited to the elite. And as someone who loves to see more people getting into PC gaming, I'm here for more people having amazing experiences, no matter how the crews are out. And speaking of creating things, did I happen to mention that the gameplay you're seeing in this video was happening walking on this system? Thanks to the RTX 5060, we're able to create that photo from being captured. But if you wanted to, the RTX 50 series is also capable of making one of the encoding and decoding, as well as support for the 4x2x2 color space. It also gives really multiplayer applications and connectivity. I don't want to overhype this, I know this isn't a review from me. You did start getting the RTX 50 series limitations. We're trying to use our GPU for video encoding while aiming at high control presets running DLSS and frame generation. However, let's say you were looking for a gaming system that is also capable of streaming and creating content. This system is definitely an entry point. That's not just conjecture, we actually tested it too. Spin using the stream for right mode, yes, recording video, doing all at the same time. And really, that's the thing that is really cool about the CyberPower PC. It's a budget-conscious system that opens a whole world of possibilities, and it offers some really easy ways to enhance the quality.
Going on, like, no, bro. Like, no, bro. That ain't, you know. But I do gotta play this. I don't know why it's so viral. And you shouldn't have because I'm not right. So the second stage, bro, I don't got nothing against Ronnie, no words, to be honest. But I can always see that like with folks like no Brian, and they want to like get a clip or something. That you know what I'm saying? So I actually want to say anybody who like looking at this type of and we go 5, 6 bracelets, we go big earrings, and I go all the way to the time. I got straight going on. One of this, I'm to the stone. Like,
I don't work for nobody no more.
2 carries, you know what I'm saying?
I want to help you master AI content creation this week. First, let me show you what's cool with different.
Like, I just drove right in a hole.
Now, stream Countdown to Christmas exclusively on Hallmark Plus. Unwrap this year's biggest all-new holiday movies. Cheers. Christmas series. I love it. And hundreds of worthy favorites. Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Plus on YouTube Primetime Channel. Start your free trial.
Their culture and their history and just is that a black man can do anything that a white man can do? You feel me? Because we don't look at white men. Shit, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, bro.
So back to Africa.
Wow. Bro, why do women do shit?
That's because I guess that's yeah. In Russia, once you reach 18, you're obliged to serve for a year. Only if you go to college, then you can skip it. But you have to do that. Okay.
What was everybody's like? What was that little disclaimer up there?
But you have to do that.
Okay, wow. Russia doesn't grant automatic birthright mindset shit thing. You feel me? It's a mindset thing.
And Osaka's a penny.
So we know that politics is politics, and it's some bullshit like this. No sorry, Josh. When you see that some people do weird things about it, it's
I'm 32 years, and he's his first.
stop.
I
Like Africans from any country, and white, you're being loud.
Nigerians.
Doesn't seem like a place that black people should want to personally. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like that. Well, it's nice to know that the black people that are there, they can find a way to, you know what I'm saying, live life and enjoy themselves.
It's kind of hard to break into the poverty system and have a black woman there wrestling. Oh, yeah. Be like sticking out the door.
Yeah, me personally, bro, I'm not living in America or Japan. I don't really
Why don't you develop?
I'm trouble for you.
Cardboard. Now I get it.
I know you've been away for a long time, but the tracks are made, the songs are written.
Kelly versus Elvin. Do you know me?
People go away because I think it's born out of people feeling. Shit about your experience in America when compared to another country. I believe it. It's like what JT said, man, put me anywhere on God's green earth and I'm going, what do you say, triple my net worth? Some shit like that. I can't remember the bars, word for word, but if you know JT's, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, so that's what's going on in Russia. Those are the black people in Russia, man. Seems like good people, cool people, chill people, fun time to be around. And looks like they're, you know,
We opened in a secret lab, an experimental site of horrors. Chained and broken, our main character Yishui Han endures the torment. His captors debate his fate, a life worth less than nothing. His thoughts fit his sister, the only reason he's still fighting. The smirking villain moves in, promising a slow, agonizing death. But a voice cuts through the darkness, questioning their humanity. Before he can react, the villain is struck by an unseen force. His partner is instantly neutralized, a beam of light piercing his chest. And there she is, a mysterious woman making one heck of an entrance. Meet Wei Feng Yu of the Star League, here to save the day. With his chain severed, the other prisoners celebrate their newfound freedom. Wei Feng Yu offers a steadying hand, her voice filled with concern. But his mind is elsewhere, frantically asking if her team has reached his sister. She tells him to wait for the other squad, but that's a non-starter for our boy. He turns his back on freedom. His only mission is getting his sister back. He pushes through the desolate corridors, guided by a single desperate memory. He arrives to find a scene already in progress, a voice calling out for her brother. And there she is, his sister Yichu, standing before a stranger who looks eerily familiar. The imposter, a twisted copy of Yishui Han, urges her to come with him, and she believes him completely, overjoyed that her brother has come for her. A violent surge of energy rips through the room, a blur of purple light. The force tears them apart, his sister pulled away just out of his reach. Her desperate cries for help echo as she's dragged into the darkness. Suddenly he's ensnared by his fearful bindings, completely immobilized. Both he and his sister are slammed violently onto the cold, hard floor. Pinned down, his eyes burn with pure rage as he watches her suffer. And the man in charge finally shows up, apparently for a quality control. This is Chris, a zombie summoner, and he's not happy with his creations. He casually pins Yichu down, taunting her brother for being so weak. Yishui Han pleads with Chris to leave his sister alone, claiming they're useless. The summoner looks down with cold amusement, acknowledging the boy's bravery. But he clarifies that Yishui Han is only half right about their worth. Chu can only whisper her brother's name, her strength fading fast. A desperate cry rips from Yishui Han's throat, a plea of pure denial. With a blast of energy, Chris discards the sister, deeming her a useless failure. But his eyes lock onto Yishui Han, seeing a flicker of potential in the boy. A primal scream erupts from our hero, his sister's name echoing in his mind. Fueled by pure rage, he forces himself up, promising a bloody end for Chris. Chris dismisses the threat with a single word and a snap of his fingers. Chris holds him down, his summoned zombie looming just behind. Yishui Han screams defiance, warning of star beasts that will avenge them. But the summoner only scoffs, amused by the boy's empty threats. In an instant, he's bound tight, a helpless puppet in Chris's game. Chris then reveals his trump card, a monstrous creature held in stasis. Our boy can only stare in horror, recognizing it as an S-ranked star beast. His own terrified reflection stares back at the creature's glowing eye. The subordinate warns that the Star League is coming, but Chris isn't leaving empty-handed. He orders his zombie to rip Yishui Han apart and claim the Starbone within. But before the zombie can strike, the captive beast shatters its chains to intervene. The S-ranked star beast lets out a deafening roar, its eyes blazing with protective fury. Yishui Han can only watch, stunned by this impossible turn of events. With a surge of raw power, the creature snaps the final chain binding it. It effortlessly swats the zombie aside, sending it crashing into the wall. Now completely free, the beast stands as the new master of this room. In a swift motion, it scoops Yishui Han into its massive grasp. Our boy hangs limp, bloody, but still conscious of what's happening. The creature pulls him close, its glowing eyes fixed on the boy in its arms. Chris can only watch in horror as his grand prize decides to choose its own owner. Then, the beast does the unthinkable, impaling Yishui Han on his very horn. As his life fades, Yishui Han can only wonder if this is the end. He laments a life unlived, a potential he never got to realize. In his final moments, he makes a vow to be strong and given another chance. But then, consciousness returns in a place he never expected to see again. He jolts awake in a panic, the phantom pains of the lab still fresh in his mind. He's back in his own room, staring at a face from his past. It's his mother who trips him for haste, relieved that his fever has broken. He asks if she's really alive, a question most moms don't get on a Tuesday. His mother is completely baffled by his strange and frantic question. And as tears fill his eyes,
If you live here in Delaware or Maryland, right now $0 down to a brand new
recounting the horrible treatment of
installed.
starbeasts and
These are super efficient.
alone in the
They're
bathroom,
both
can't shake the
and
feeling
cool,
that it was
and
born
they're going to save you on the
Phantom pain
utility
in
bill.
his chest leads to a shocking
And as
discovery.
part of this month's
On his
promotion,
chest is the mark of
$0 down to finance it with long-term 0%
While his mom makes
financing.
breakfast, the
You
news
can
confirms
spread
the
out the cost
impossible.
of your new
He's
system
traveled
over
2
time
years into the
and
past.
not need to worry about it.
The broadcast reports on the
Logan
Star
gets
Alliance
its thing.
victory against a terrorist group called the Stargazers. Commander Levi delivers a speech vowing to protect Earth from any invasion. But Yishui Han is in his timeline. The commander's death had already doomed them. The realization sends him into a panic. He desperately asks where Choo-Choo is. His mother calmly explains she's out with friends, heading to an escape room. His mind is set, his purpose clear. He will use this second chance to protect his sister. Without another word, he bolts out the door, leaving his confused mother behind. This time, he makes a silent vow to himself. He will not fail her again. He races towards the escape room, a place of cheap thrills and manufactured fear. But inside, the horror is anything but fake, as a monster lets out a terrifying roar. The students scream in terror, caught completely off guard by the sudden attack. A brave young man steps forward, shielding Ichu and vowing to protect the others. Her friend teases that the actor is sweet on her, but Ichu insists it's all part of the game. But the creature lunged at them is definitely not just an actor in a suit, and their protector is swatted away like a fly, his heroic stand lasting only 2 seconds. But just as the creature strikes, Yishui Han arrives, glare alone, stopping it cold. With impossible strength, he lifts the creature with one hand, stunning the onlookers. Ichu cries out in relief as her brother promises he's here to take her home. But her friends plead with her to stay, wanting to finish the final room. He reluctantly agrees to 20 more minutes, a decision he might soon regret. The would-be hero from before leads them towards an elevator for the final level. The elevator doors open to a dark, foreboding basement, putting everyone on edge. Before them stands a massive, imposing door, unlike anything in a normal game. Our self-proclaimed expert explains they just need to push it open, which sounds way too simple. He puts his shoulder into it but can't make it budge. The door clearly not meant to be opened. Yishui Han mocks the boy's weakness, much to the fluster in his eyes. The problem is not swinging the door and letting it drop. The door is on fire. Channeling strange energy. With the others watching, he puts his full weight and power into forcing it open. But even with his enhanced strength, the door barely seems to budge. It finally gives way, revealing not a room, but a shimmering portal to another world. Yishui Han stares in horror, recognizing it as a space crypt for starbeasts. His friends, however, think it's the coolest special effect they've ever seen. He screams at them not to touch it, warning them this is no game. As one of them reaches out, Yishui Han grabs their arms, pulling them back from the brink. Yishui Han urges his sister and the others to escape and report the rift. Their escape is cut off as the elevator refuses to arrive. A man in a lab coat appears trying to placate the mechanics students. He introduces himself as the class president, claiming the rift is perfectly safe. Yishui Han furiously refutes this, explaining the true nature of a Stargate rift. He warns them that it's mature and could rupture at any second. But the president scoffs, pointing to the big membrane and arms. The would-be hero from before decides this is a great time to test that theory. He then smirks at Ichu, mocking her brother for being a coward. Yishui Han turns away in disgust, unable to reason with their fatal stupidity. Instead of heeding this warning, the students are captivated, wanting to touch the rift. Ichu's friend even stops to take a selfie, treating the portal like a tourist attraction. She tries to pull Ichu in for a live stream, hoping to gain followers from the spectacle. Ichu desperately tries to hold her back, but her friend is already lost in the moment. The rest of the group cheers them on, completely ignoring the imminent danger. And just as the class president poses for a photo, a harmless membrane begins to tear. A monstrous, three-eyed beast emerges from the rift, its snarl silencing the room. The boy who mocks Yishui Han feels a stare in abject horror, his courage gone. It's not alone. A pack of classy star beasts pours through the ruptured portal. The students' excitement turns to screams of terror as reality finally sets in. The self-proclaimed protector proves his valor by shoving the girl towards the monster. But just as its jaws are about to close, a metal rod blocks the attack. The beast's teeth grind against the pole, its killing blow completely thwarted. Yishui Han pulls his sister to safety, who finally understands the danger is real. Enraged, the creature shatters the metal rod with the sheer force of its bite. More beasts pour from the rift, and Yishui Han knows survival is their only goal. The other students fall into chaos, trampling each other to escape. But he knows the crowded staircase is a death trap, not a path to safety. Just as he predicted, a beast moves over the stairway behind its prey. The pack descends on the group of students as Yishui Han curses them with lines. He grabs his sister, pulling her towards the only visible exit. And their path is blocked by a two-headed, three-eyed star beast. Thinking fast, he pulls them both into a large stone chest. He shoves her deeper into the cramped space behind him. Explains it's the master sent pieces of key roses, and just in time, the creature meets right outside their hiding spot. The beast below the eyes yells. Its nose rests right against their hiding spot. Shooting at its breath. The tension inside the neck is almost unbearable. The sister is frozen in fear, barely able to keep from crying out. Outside, the sounds of the massacre confirm their worst fears. Tears stream down her face as she realizes what's happening to her friends. He shields them from the glory, explaining that perfume should hold. But their moment of hope is shattered by a sudden blinding flash of light. That explosion rips through the basement, incinerating the entire pack of pieces. The new player enters, more concerned with his stargates of motion than carnage. Yushui Han's blood runs cold. He knows that he wants to run. From the darkness, Yushui Han wonders why this terror is being executed. The fear of a mercenary is harder than scares his but Stargates representatives he explains they chose this road to let the pieces clear the air before them. Now, he demands to see the view. Eye level darkness floors. A box opens to reveal a fluid, pulsating crystal represents power. Stargazer boasts 4 advanced cores, each with a different function. This is new information for Yushui Han, something he never learned in his past life. But the deal is cut short as the Stargazer senses something is wrong. The mercenary leader orders a search, because witnesses tend to ruin secret details. The mercenary leader is furious, ordering his men to tear the text apart. Inside the chest, Yushui Han and his sister know their time is up. One of the mercenaries zeroes in on the hiding spot. Stargazer representative grins, announcing his discovery to the world. With Yushui Han explodes on the chest, delivering a surprise facial reconstruction. He's shocked to see more mercenaries already rushing towards him. He falls over the stone chest, closing the distance signals. The mercenary can only marvel at his impossible speed before being caught. With a swift motion, he slams the man head first into the stone floor. His only thought is to keep his sister no matter the cost. Without hesitation, the blade is from the pitcher. He spins into a fluid motion, cutting down a second mercenary in a flash. A third man tries to grab him, but Kima slides under the pitch after the six. He breaks into a sprint, shouting a challenge when the walls follow. The mercenary leader is stunned, realizing one of his students somehow survived. He orders 2 of his subordinates to chase the boy and find out who he works for. Yushui Han glances back to see his new mercenary closing in fast. The white-haired mercenary steps forward, his sword glowing with powerful energy. He taunts Yushui Han for being powerless, but our boy is shocked by his speed. A vicious kick sends Yushui Han crashing through the concrete floor below. He crashes to the floor below, coughing up blood from the brutal impact. His pursuers leap over him, demanding to know which organization he represents. Yushui Han plays the part of a terrified student, begging them to let him go. But the actor's a ruse. He hurls a fire extinguisher and makes a break for it. The mercenary scoffs, ordering his capture for a little enhanced interrogation. But a confident smirk crosses his face. Everything is going according to plan. Suddenly a wall of fire erupts, cutting off his pursuers completely. The fire extinguisher detonates in a massive explosion. A cleverly laid trap. The blast knocks one mercenary out cold, leaving his partner vowing bloody revenge. But Yushui Han stands ready with his blade, suggesting forgiveness is not on the menu. Yushui Han explains his trap was far more calculated than he realized. The mercenary screams in rage, but Yushui Han calls out his opponent. He lunges forward, delivering a swift and painful blow to his opponent. He locks the mercenary, asking him to be outdone by a normal kid. He twists the knife, asking how it feels to be defeated by the powerless. With a final brutal slash, he ends the confrontation with the kid. He stands over his fallen foe, the dust settling around him. But he knows this is far from over. More enemies are surely on their way. He realizes he needs an intervention, as a second wave is inevitable. Just then, a familiar voice comes through the smoke. His sister is saved. The mercenary leader leaves, holding Ichu hostage and mocking Yushui Han's failed rescue. Yushui Han screams in defiance, bringing his blade down with everything he has. But his desperate attack is stopped cold by a single supercharged hand. A blast of raw energy sends our hero flying across the room. He crashes to the ground, realizing he's completely outmatched. The leader dismisses him as a nobody and prepares to end Ichu's life. His sister can only watch in terror, lashed on fate. But even from the floor, Yushui Han vows he will never abandon her. The villain finds their bond in youth, because nothing says evil like mocking family ties. He unleashes a brutal energy attack, forcing Yushui Han to watch his sister suffer. He holds his sister close, vows never to leave her side. A desperate cry rips from his throat, questioning why his second chance is ending the same way. The leader taunts him, promises to send him to join his sister in death. But just as the final blow is about to fall, a brilliant golden light fills the room. The mercenaries are caught in the blast, their bodies turning to dust. A powerful voice rings out, ordering the Stargazers to stand down. The terrorists panic, realizing the Star refusal.
It's time for the. It's time.